Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SCL0320 representing JVS. I just want to say this real quick because it's been on my mind since last night that I didn't get to talk about in my review because I wanted to make my review really quick and precise. But I wanted to talk about three main characters that have interesting parallels based on what's going on now. If you haven't seen the episode, Winds of Winter from last night, don't look at this. Go take this, put it in your watch, and come back to it because this is kind of spoiler territory, specifically this episode because there's a lot of main reveals. I mean, specifically, I'll start off with Jon, for instance. Jon Snow, the biggest reveal that I didn't even talk about in my reaction. I wanted to talk about that separately in the live discussion we're going to have a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow, is the fact that you find out that Ned Stark's sister, Lyanna, is Jon's mother, and on top of that, Jon is Targaryen. So Rhaegar Targaryen, which is the Mad King's oldest son, that's his dad. So technically, Jon is of blood, like to be the king, like he is rightfully the king. And the thing is, like technically, Daenerys is his aunt, if that's the case, because the Mad King is Daenerys' dad. So, I mean, that in itself is crazy. But the real thing I wanted to bring up is the fact that all the people now that are of power, they are going to a head, which is now Cersei, which is in the middle, which is Jon, who's in the north, and Daenerys is in the south, right? All of them, at some point in this show, which is so amazing, they have been deconstructed into nothing. Specifically, Cersei and Jon. From last season, if you look at the end of last season, right? To see them where have put their characters, they got disintegrated. Cersei got shamed, she got ridiculed, she had nothing. Like her son, at some point in the season, like her son just wasn't having it. Like she got deconstructed. Jon, he got killed, going and doing one of the most bravest things anybody's ever seen. He got killed and shunned by his own group of men. They shanked him. He died, bro. He had nothing. Like he came back. And you look at the beginning of this season, right? He was deconstructed as a character. He shouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cersei. Like, she had nothing. And then you think about Daenerys, right? Look at the very first season. Like she was sold into slavery. She was just discarded as nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even like last season, like she lost control of her kingdom. Her kingdom was unraveling itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as far as each time she goes, like she's going on this clear-cut line of like, is she gonna become her father? And that's one of the biggest things. It's like all these characters that are of power right now, they have been the most deconstructed and elevated characters coming out of the ashes. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about in my review, is that all of these characters came out of the ashes and are now the highest of the high as far as ruling is concerned. And it's like, I mean, even Arya, she's got a redeeming story, you know what I'm saying? But it's nothing compared to how deep all these characters are. If you look at Cersei, all of her sons, all her children are gone. You know what I'm saying? Her own brother now looks at her like, dang, I'm scared of my lover / sister. And on top of that, she has nothing to hold any goodness left because she was living for her children. And then when you think about Daenerys, like she's got everything now. I mean, everything. Not just like the supporters of all the kingdoms that discarded the Lannisters, but just like everybody rallies behind her. Even you know what I'm saying? Like a Lannister is backing her. Like Tyrion is backing her. And then when you think about Jon, like he came from death to straight, not just privilege and regard of high esteem, because he's always been a great man, great swordsman, but in terms of privilege now, like he's entitled to things that he doesn't even know yet. And that to me is like, oh my gosh. What to me needs to happen, him and Daenerys need to team up together and get married. If he doesn't marry Sansa or something crazy like that, and just wreck house and rule. Because I mean that's gonna have to happen. And that's, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that because that's one of the biggest things that I didn't get to talk about in my review, but I think it's one of the highest regards of the show, full circle, that I almost gave this season finale a 10. And really, in a lot of ways, it probably should just be a 10 out of 10. But I just wanted to talk about those different parallels. From the ashes, now we have three rulers that, I mean, they've earned their top spot, if for better or for worse. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed that open discussion. Keep it locked. JVS ain't gonna stop. I got a premiere to go to tonight, and it's the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman in theaters. I'll talk to y'all later.